Hi Philippa, hi Sue. I'm just trying to get the computer to play so I can see the comments. Hi Andrew. No, it doesn't want to play today. Oh, how annoying. Hiya. Hi Joe. So, let's see what we can do. Try refreshing the page. Hiya Margaret. Thank you for joining me once I get myself sorted out, that is. All you can see is my arm at the moment. Hiya Dawn. Good evening. I hope you've got good weather by you all. We've got freezing fog. There we go. Now I can see it. Just needed a little refreshing. Let's see. Big screen and should be able to see the comments. Hopefully. Yes, we can. Yay. Right, pop that out of the way. So, when I showed this originally, when I did this for Julie for the samples, I remember Brian saying to me, could you do one for, hold on, let me move that up a bit. I'm sorry about this light strip at the bottom, but it's the light above me. I remember Brian saying, could you do one for a bottle of Jägermeister, I think it was. Good evening, Jill. Good evening, Denise. So, I did, but I thought, it's up to you what size you do. So I did this one so it fits the biggest bottle, which is Bailey's. Or, I think Tequila Rosé is about the same size as a Jaeger. So it does fit in, but it's a little large. So if you were going to do that, you'd have to make the back smaller. Or you could put some chocolates in it. Or put some sticky on the bottom of the tequila bottle. So it doesn't move. So I made a big one. I will give the measurements for that. I'm not going to show you how to do the big one. Because it's exactly the same way of doing it as you do the small one. So we're going to start with this small version. Hi Angie, hi Vanessa, hi Heather, hi Wendy. Yeah, so we're going to start with the small version, and you do the big version in exactly the same way, but I'll show you where I did do some bits and bobs to show you how to do the big one, but I can't find it just now, but it's easy enough. Right, so this is the little one we're doing. Hi Brian. So it's a cute little one. And I will get out what we need. After we've done this, we'll do the treat bags, because a lady asked me specifically to do the treat bags. And so, yes, we'll go through them. That should be, they're very easy to do, very easy to do. So, right, we'll get started with this now. We've got quite a few on. So, for this, you need 5 parts, okay? 5 parts, small parts, so you can use your strips that you've had cut off for parts of it as well, which is good because you can use them bits up. So to start, I shall bring in my scoreboard because it's easier for me to measure and see it than the... Hi Jax! It's easier for me to measure and see it with this. So we need 2 pieces of card. I'm using 300 GSM card. It's just so it's a bit sturdy. But you can add extra pieces on to reinforce it, you know, if you want to, extra squares at the bottom and stuff. So this measures 8.5 inches by 4 inches, okay, and we need 2 of those, right? And then the piece that goes down the back and comes up to the front is 2 inches by 11.5 inches, okay. Then we need the piece that creates the tag, and that's 6 inches by 2 inches, okay? We'll get to that bit, showing you how to do the tag in a bit. And this piece is the piece that goes on the very back here. And that one measures 2 inches by 7.5 inches, okay? So we need to do some scoring to the two big pieces and the little ones as well, but we'll start with these. So we put them on the scoreboard with the 4-inch mark at the top, and we go down from top to bottom at 1 inch. Okay, then turn it round, all the way round, and do 1 inch from the other side. Okay, then turn it again so that the long piece is across the top, and we also score that at 1 inch. So effectively what we've done is scored on 3 sides at 1 inch, and we do that to both of them. Okay, so let's put them to one side. That's the scoring done for them. Then we'll take the really long piece, okay, put that across the top. Easier if we do it here, and we're scoring it at 2 inches and 4 inches. Okay, that's it for that one. The tag, I've used a corner rounder at the bottom. You don't have to, but I've corner rounded it at the bottom, and this one is going to also be scored at 2 inches. Okay, and then the outer back panel doesn't get any scores at all. So there we go. That's all the pieces you need. Scoring done, etc. So what we'll do is we'll start with these first, these back pieces. Okay, so if you burnish all your folds, and it's easy to do this marking, because if you burnish your folds first, you won't forget where this little mark's going to be. Because the first one I did of these, when I was redoing the template, I completely forgot and measured one of them from the very bottom edge here, and that's not what you do. You'd have to measure it from the score line. And then I was sitting there wondering why it didn't work. It took me a while to work it out, like. Hi Leslie, hi Francis, hi Kim. Yeah, so if you put these in, it's easier to do what we need to do next. So score lines, bend them out of the way, and then that way you'll get it right. So from the left side here, I'm measuring upwards from the score, and I am measuring 2 inches, and I'm putting a little mark there. I'll put a bigger one on so you can see it. Okay, and then if you lie them next to each other, on the right hand side of this one, do the same thing, a 2-inch mark, and put a line. Okay, so from that line up to the corner now, not this outside corner, the corner where the fold is, if you draw a line from there to there with your ruler, okay, and from this one up to the other corner, draw a line. Those are the bits you're going to cut off in a minute. Right, okay, so I'll bring the ones in that I have got stamping on so I can show you where the lines and everything have got to go, where you've got to cut off. Alright, so basically that is what I've just created, and I'm going to keep that one as a template to make them in future so I don't mess up. So now we need to do some cutting. Okay, so these bottom 2 squares here, we're going to take them off completely. Okay, that side and that side. It's that cold out here tonight, I'm shaking. And I'm going to do the same on the other one, because we need these both to be exactly the same, because these are going to form the sides, the sloping sides. Okay, so we took all them corners off, and now we're going to go from where we did that mark. We're going to use either scissors or a craft knife. Now, I'm not very good at cutting a straight line with scissors. It doesn't matter for corners, but I want this to be quite straight. So clean cut there, and then we're going to cut across that pencil line as well to the top. So line it up nicely and just cut that off there. So we are taking off that whole corner, hopefully. There we are. And we're going to do the same on this one as well. Yeah, it is cold out here. I have had my heating on, my little heater on for half an hour, so so at least it wasn't too cold. So across and down, we're taking this off. There we are. That one's gone as well. There we are. Now, as you know, I do like to mitre the corners a little bit so that if it's a little messy, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to do that now, and then I'm going to put the straws in. Okay. There we go. Move them out of the way. They're an odd shape, aren't they? Yeah, the squeaky chair as well. So put them two in as best you can, and if you've got like that one there which isn't particularly straight, like I said, I'm not grand at cutting straight lines, you can trim it now before you put it all together. So it is quite an easy one to do, to be fair. It's not difficult. Any mesh you don't like you can trim off. If you didn't get it hit right on the corner, it's fine. There we go. So we've got these two odd looking pieces now. Alright, so all we need to do now is join everything up, really. This long piece, this 11.5 by 2, where we put the 2-inch and the 4-inch score, you'll see now, is going to join onto there. Okay, and then this is going to fold up and become the whole of the box. And the other bits that I've got here are all stamped, pre-stamped, sorry, I lost my word there for a minute. Okay, pre-stamped except for a little bit on one of them. So I've got the back panel stamped and I've got the inside panel stamped. I'm not doing the sides inside, they don't need to be done. And the outer back panel needs stamping, and the tag has been stamped, so I'll just show you how to do the corner and then we'll do the stamping and put it together. Okay, so you can see all the stampy bits. So for this I'm using Emma's Essential Christmas Elements stamped, and because it's a drink, I'm using the little cup on this one. So there's just a little bit of stamping, freehand stamping to do, really, not a lot. So this back panel is going to go on, okay, and it's going to come up and it's going to go across. So we don't need to stamp the bottom of it, we only need to stamp that one. And we need to make sure that the cups are going the right way. You don't want the cups upside down. So I'm going to put the cup on, stamp it, and then do a little bit of colouring. What we're making? We're making this bottle holder, Sarah. We're making the bottle holder. It's just a cute little way of, you know, putting a little stocking filler, I guess. Really, isn't it? Or a cute way to... I think this bottle was really quite inexpensive. It was like £1, something like that. So it's quite, look at me shaking because it's that cold. So all I'm going to do is freehand stamp some of these cups with the little heart on of Emma's. I'm using Versafine, yeah, the black one. Onyx Black. So just a couple of them on there. And then I need to do the back panel. Now, you have to do this randomly. I know I've got ink on that, but that doesn't matter because it's going to get covered. Try and do it random. I'm not the greatest at doing random, I'll be honest. But we'll give it a go. So it's just kind of here and there. Just a few to decorate the back up. You don't have to. You can leave it plain and put a little message on the back if you want. Hi, Julie. All good. All good here. Bit nippy, apart from, whoop, missed. Bit nippy, but apart from that, I'm okay. There we are. Well recovered, me feels there. This is what you get for taking it to the stamp pad and not doing it properly. So I'll just put a few half ones on the bottom to make it look like it's carrying on. Missed again. I love this holder because you can line it up again brilliantly. So a little blank of the stamp, put it back, and then I won't do all of those on the back, but I will do this front part. What I did then was I coloured it in with a fine liner, I just coloured the hearts in the middle red. And I will continue to do those red once the live is finished. So yeah, it's just a little bit of colouring. I mean, you can colour the cream on the top if you want, but for the purpose of the live, no need really to keep on going and colouring little hearts, although it's quite therapeutic. There we go. Do you know what? It didn't take long. I'm going to do it. I hope you don't mind. These are quite bright, these. I mean, one thing I've noticed tonight, it's not pulsing as much now I've put this black mat down, so maybe this is the way forward. It focuses on the black mat and doesn't pulse. Hey ho, we've sorted it after weeks and weeks. There you go, all done. Didn't take long, did it? Super cute, this little cup, isn't it? I mean, you don't have to put wine in this, obviously. You can put bubble bath, or you can get yourself some, you know, make a little cup to go inside it and put some coffee in, or a pack with lots of coffees in, hot chocolates, marshmallows, any of the above. But once you put this one together, you can pretty well easy work out how you do the big one. And I used an A4 piece for the big one, which I can't actually find at the moment, but I did put it all. See, I tidy up so well that I just forget where I put stuff. Yeah, that's going to kind of annoy me. But what I think I'll do for the big one is, I've got all the measurements written on it, and I'll take photographs of it, and I'll put it on the groups so that you can see it, because I think, you know, it's quite a handy little thing. Right, so here we go. We've got the pieces all done now. So there's your two side pieces, and you've got to have it so that they're sloping in opposite directions, so that when it comes round, it's sloping in the right way. Okay, so let's go for it. All right, so we need a bit of glue on this side, and you can use red tape, but I do prefer to use glue so that you've got a little bit of time to move it where you want it to be. So, as I said, I've already done the stamping on the inside panel. So this is going to sit just there, right against that crease, and you can check you've got it okay if you can move your bottle side up. Okay, so give that a little minute to settle, and then we put the glue on this side. I do like making little boxes and things, it's kind of cute. I mean, I suppose you could put the names on the front instead of season's greetings, and put them on the table as place settings. Nice little shot or something. And you could get the, what are they called, fruit shoots for the kids, and put them in as well, so they don't feel left out. There we are. There we go. It's a very strange shape. So now what we need to do is bring them up. As you can see, you've got two sloping sides now. And these all need to be glued together. So I'm going to put some glue on the bottom ones first. And I'm going to bring that one up to join the base. There. Move them out of the way for a minute, just while you get this base up. And you want it to be nice and square on the sides. Pegs come in handy while you're doing this, so you can hold on to it, but it's only a small little box, isn't it? So there we go. And then those two get joined onto this one like that. And if you find that you haven't cut it very well, then you can mitre this edge. There's always a get out clause with me. Mitre the edge so it'll fit, and then you can glue it together. Just check it. Yeah, that fits better. So glue on both of those side panels. There we are. Pull that one up and make sure it's nice and square there as well. And then once you've got it square, put your fingers in and press it down. There we are. Just make sure it's all tight. That's it. Now, we've got that bit together, as you can see. So, these pieces here, the side pieces, what I like to do is wait till it's all together. Line it up on there. If you want to do the stamping on it. I'm not going to stamp on this one, I don't think. Line it up on there and draw your line across it. Okay? So then you've got the perfect angle. Because you might not get both sides in exactly the same, you know, the same angle sort of thing. But if you wanted to, before you put this together, if you don't want to put panels on it, you can do all your stamping just onto the box, you know. I do think adding a panel onto the back sort of gives it a little bit more stability then. See, you can put that panel on. Hides all your workings as well. So, but if you do want to make them, and you get stuck, you can't follow the video, just give us a shout. I'll help you. Just PM me, and I'll show you how to do it. Sometimes I do them. Sometimes the people like me, when I'm doing this now, I know how to make this, so I feel like I'm making sense. So I hope you're all following. Right, so as I said, you could stamp just straight onto the bottle, especially if you're not posting it. It's just going to sit on your dining table or something, waiting for people to come for lunch. Right, so it's just the tag to do now. Okay, I do seem to have an extra panel. I don't know what's gone on there. Overzealous. Right, so for the tag, if I take this bottle out, ready in this one, okay, move that out of the way. So again, I've done the same stamping all over the tag, all right? And now all I want to do is put a hole in the top of it. So if you get yourself a hole punch or a die, you can use one of Julie's dies actually. That's too big, that one I think. Yeah, let me see where I put that now. I get things ready weeks ahead and then forget where I put everything. Yeah, she's done exactly the same thing. Never mind. Yeah, you get the gist, don't you? You just put a hole in the top of that. Now, the one I used, I think, was 1.5 for the small one. And I used the 1.5 inch, 1 3/4 inch for the big one. So you would effectively take the round shape out and you would end up with that. And then put on using Hazel's new dies, Season's Greetings, Peace on Earth, Merry Christmas, any of those could go on. So there you go, Merry Christmas on the top of it. Or for the place setting, their name. There we are. So that is how you do that. And the big one, I will put photos of the templates on for you, because right at this moment in time I have absolutely zero clue where to put it, which is annoying because I've made it special for Brian. There we go. Right, so that's that one done. And then we're going to go on to the treat bags now. Treat bags, really simple and a cute little idea, so they are. I went into the shops to buy some more sweeties to fill them up, and I found some really good sweeties. So essentially we're going to make packs of like little sweeties that you can put in stocking fillers or whatever. I tell you what, they do sell well at craft fairs though, because the kids come along and buy them, you know, for their little friends, and they don't cost that much to fill the bags up. So what we're starting with is Hazel's dies. Now you can use the ones with the circles around the outside or the squares around the outside. It really doesn't matter. So you cut yourself one of those, right? But all these little things that fall out, all the little bits that fall out, keep hold of them. You know, the little squares. Keep hold of them, because that's what we use to put the letters on, telling people what's inside the bags. And to do that, you can use Hazel's square alphabet, which is what I've used on there. And you can also do the round one with the round holes and use the round alphabet from Hazel as well. They fit exactly perfectly on top of those squares and circles, so I never throw them away. I keep them. They're like little Scrabble tiles, aren't they? So I keep hold of them. If you cut them out of craft and stamp on them in white, they're technically Scrabble tiles, aren't they? So what we shall do now, this one's going to be reindeer food, okay? When we fill it, I'll fill it in a minute. And this one is going to be snowman poop, which the kids seem to like a whole lot more than the reindeer food. Okay, so, well, the stamp storage, oh, that's from Studio Life, that is. Yeah, you can get bigger ones and smaller ones. It's really handy. Yeah, so I'll show you how to do it. Once you've got that, it's relatively simple. What we do is, put them to one side, don't want to squash them. You put this on your board. I've got a black line down the middle of mine so I can see where I'm going with it, okay? So what you need to do is count your squares on each side and you get 4, right? So if you line this middle line up right between the middle of there and get yourself a score tool, which I just had and lost, here it is, and small ended ball tool, you know, and you're going to score right through the middle of those, and it works just the same for the circles as well. So you've got enough space through the middle, there it is, but when you fold it you need to be a little bit careful that you don't snap them bits on the side there, okay? You just got to pinch it first and then you can fold it in half because it's a symmetrical thing, and that's what you get, okay? So I'll bring this in because it's all scored and folded. And then what we need is something on here to show the people what's inside it. So again, I'm using Emma's little stamps because they are just perfect for this. And because this is snowman poop, we're going to have the little snowman. So here we go. Get my little thing in again. Now you can either stamp straight onto that, totally up to you, but I've pulled out 2 pieces of card and I've cut them so that they fit just nicely in that space there. You could put colours around it, you know, a piece of coloured card behind it, whatever you like, but we're going to stamp the snowman in black again and we're going to colour in, I think, colour his little hat in. So he's just got a little bit of colour on him, right? Again, random. I do have issues with random. So we're just going to stamp the 2. Front and back, or just the front if you wish. You don't have to do 2 pieces. I'll just do the 1 on this one for now. Although on the one I did 1 on that one and 2 on that one. Yeah, so I suppose it's the difference between if you're selling them at the craft fair and you want the backs done as well, or if you're just going to pop them in a stocking. You don't really need to decorate the back. So I just want to make sure I don't get... There we go, a little bit of a random snowman, half a man there on the bottom. It's because I'm not leaning directly over the top of him because of the live camera. But like I said, they're so easy to line back up again. Really, really easy. I'll just do his bottom there, bottom half. There we go. Fill him in. She says random, but it ends up always being kind of formal because I have an issue with random. Oh, come on, Tracy. How not to stamp a snowman. There we go. There we go. Anyway, you get the gist. So I'm going to clean my stamp off, put it back so I don't lose it. Tissue. And then we colour his little hat in whatever colour you want. I think I'll do blue this time. Don't know why, but blue seems to be a good colour today. Nice bright blue hat. So, you haven't got many hats to colour in really, so forgive me while I colour him in. The reindeer on that one came from Hazel's Essentially Christmas set. And on that one, obviously, Reindeer Noses. Now, normally when I do the Reindeer Noses, I put Maltesers in here. And I try and find a red gobstopper to put in. So that indicates that Rudolph's nose is in there as well. But Carlisle, in all the shops, not one single red gobstopper could be found. So unfortunately, there's none in there. But I'm sure the little ones won't mind. And then this just gets glued on the top of there. Okay. Are we all following? Any questions? Very simple, these are. Very simple to do. No? No questions? There we go. There we are. So while that's drying, I don't use hot glue on the inside of these things. I use double-sided red tape because it's quite strong. And this is a new one. Must have gone with the old one. And then I just put some on either side to make sure it fits. You can use hot glue, like I said, but you know, chances are you'll melt the chocolate or whatever's in there. So a little bit of that on there because this is going to catch the plastic bags. And these bags that I'm using are just bags that you put your cello, you know, your cello bags that you put the cards in. It's just them, really. But these stamps of them are absolutely perfect for these little treat bags and boxes and things. So, let's see. I've already put some in on that one. Let's find my pokey tool and we can start to take these off. So, this one, reindeer food. Another thing you can put in the reindeer food as well is a bit of muesli. And if you wish, some edible glitter, you know, and then the kids can sprinkle that in the garden overnight, and how so Rudolph will see it, the glitter shining in the moonlight, where to land by your house and all that. We used to do all these things for the little ones. Danny still does them for my granddaughter now, but she's 8 now. I'm not sure how long we're going to get away with it now. But she still loves the magic of Santa and Christmas and all the rest of it. Right, so they are super cute. They are. And it gives them a giggle because it's like snowman poop. Kids are obsessed with stuff like that, aren't they? Right, let's move all these before I get them stuck all over me. So like I said, I went into that B&M and I found these. Oh no, I lied, it was Pound Stretches. And it's reindeer snacks, and it's milk chocolate biscuits with caramel dust on, right? So we need a bag for them. That's there. Ooh, we've got a no there, an N stuck on it. And we need something. I've managed to find these, which I think would be perfect. Snowman Poop, little snowballs. So it's just a nice way of wrapping up a cheap bag of sweets, really, isn't it? So now I need one more bag for the snowballs, and here's that. So let's go. And you notice I'm filling them up. I didn't really need to do that, but if I don't fill them up, I'll sit and eat them, and I won't open them once they have been filled. So it's saving me from eating everything. So fill them up. You don't need many in. And mint Imperials work just as good for this as well, or mint crumbles, or whatever it is you like. Make sure you've got your tag on the front. So you just stick your bag there, make sure it's relatively straight, stand it up, fold it down. There you go. So there's your Snowman Poop. And then using the waste that came out from the holes in this circle one, I've decided to put Snowman Poop on in the circle one, just for a change, because you can mix and match them. Now this might not be straight because I'm not actually sitting right directly under the camera. I'm sitting a wee bit back from it. So I've got them all pre-done for you. Snowman. Snow, well, they're not very straight, are they, Tracy? Come on. What is wrong with you tonight? Snowman. then there we go, snowman. You can work it out and put it on straight yourself, I guess. Poop. There we go, that's them. And then for the reindeer snacks, which I think are perfect, it's all the Elf on the Shelf stuff. They smell really good. So let's go put some of them in there. You probably get 2 bags out of this, and it was only £1, so there you go. You don't need to overfill them, do you? Although I was very, very, generous with them at Maltesers, I have to add. There we go, in it goes. Yeah. So we have the snowman poop, the reindeer food, and the reindeer's noses. Little treat bags. And then you've got Julie's wrappers of chocolate that we had the other day as well. And that one. And then the big one, which now holds the tequila. There we go. We've got them all. A big one too. There we are, guys. So, I hope you enjoyed that. Stand up, will you? I hope you enjoyed that. Not hard, not difficult. Give it a go. I'd like to see them. Now, tomorrow Philippa's doing a Technique Tuesday, I think. Yeah. And then I will be back next week with a wreath card and a gift card holder. Continuing the theme of Christmas. Right, yeah, I'm going to go and get one. I'm going to get a hot chocolate now. So thanks very much for joining me, girls. And boys, sorry, Brian. And I shall see you tomorrow on with Philippa. Well, I'll have to watch it on catch up because I am teaching tomorrow. So good night. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.